I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian Dior. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford it. Look what I did with the bag. Look what I did with the bag. I got a thing in the back, and I ain't taking no chat. I got my new thing imported. I got the Christian Dior. They wanna look at the foreign. They couldn't even afford.
Follow us on Instagram at Express Truth Show.
Welcome back, people. It's the Express Truth Show, making Thursdays great again. And before we get into anything today, I want to say big shout out to all the Patreons, all the Spotify crew, all the iTunes crew, all the Mixcloud crew. People, do not forget to check out our website, www.expresstruthshow.com. And we're coming off the back of our first live calling for probably 2-3 months now. 6 months. Wow, 6 months. We're in the studio today, which means that everything's situated properly. We definitely enjoyed that live phone-in. It was very, very entertaining and informative. And it's good to get people's opinions. We have decided that we will be doing that once or twice a month. We are now actually waiting for the internet to come into the studio. You know, we're still building. For those who ask about the wide shot and everything like that, we're still building, man. The wide shot is coming. Matter of fact, I might as well take the time to say this. Anyone out there who is a graffiti artist, and when I say a graffiti artist, I'm talking about a real top quality,
full-size murals,
like full-size portraits, everything we've got a whole wall to fill up. Once that wall's filled up,
wide's coming.
The wide shot comes in. But until then, we're waiting for that to get done. So if anyone knows a graffiti artist, or if you're a graffiti artist yourself, get in contact with us. Let us have a look at your portfolio, and we can do business, man. We've got a huge black wall. It ain't huge, but a black wall that we need to fill up.
Over 6 foot.
Then we can start showing the full beauty of this studio. So that's that, man. So yeah, the calling show, it was good. And people, please hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. What are you saying, Steven?
Yo, Express Truth back up in the building, man. Superman 91 there. Just to reiterate what Mark so eloquently stated a moment ago. Yeah, history, man. That was historical, man. Because it wasn't only the first live of 2021, family. Don't forget, don't glaze over this like a Krispy Kreme now. It was the first live that we've done face to face.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And we've done over how many likes? And you know the reason I said 6 months, I know it was 6 months, 5-6 months. Because I checked, while we were on the live. The last live we did was that entanglement business,
That's 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Time flies, I know, man. Time flies. But obviously we're back. Making Thursdays great again. www.expresstruthshow.com. Obviously Express Truth right now on the YouTube or the Patreon. If you're on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. If you're listening back on the Spotify, hit that heart, man. Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a stranger, man. Mark, kick it off like a game of FIFA, man.
Yeah, man. On the back end of the live the other day, there was a serious conversation that popped up about Jordan and Dwight Yorke. Mm-hmm. The live was cut short. I'm not, I don't know what happened. It might, I don't know what happened, but the live was cut short. We was going to carry on going.
Might have been the length. It was almost 4 hours, remember?
Yeah, it might have been our longest live ever.
Might be, yeah.
Anyway, we spoke about Jordan and Dwight Yorke. And the reason why we spoke about Jordan and Dwight Yorke and why we're going to speak about it today, because we want to get into more details. Mm-hmm. So Jordan, the page 3, glamour model, whatever you'd call it.
Reality TV star.
Reality TV, whatever you want to call her, she's got a few caps. Silly Apple Watch. She's got a few caps, yeah,
gadgets
that she wears. Dwight Yorke, Premier League striker, Trinidad and Tobago striker. Played for a few clubs, Aston Villa, Sunderland. They had a baby together in his prime and in her prime. Mm-hmm. That baby was called Harvey. He's called Harvey, sorry. It was announced last week that he would be permanently going into care because, you know, he's got a few things that he's partially blind.
Yeah, he's got a few issues, unfortunately.
Speech impediment, loads of things. I don't even know exactly the things, you know. Much love to that young man. Yeah. But the question is now, everyone's wondering, Dwight Yorke, you're the father of this child, yeah?
Yes.
I know you did a piece on this about a year ago. And that's been gaining a lot of views since this news come out. So it's like, that's your child, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's Dwight Yorke's child. These are the points that I would like to highlight. Dwight Yorke, first of all, he's not short of money. I'm guessing he's still a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Yeah, because he made a lot of money in his career. So even though you need money, but it's not about money, this. But money makes things easier.
Definitely.
You get me? Why, you know, the time that he could put into this child as well. You know, you're not putting no time. I know he pays his child maintenance and all, or whatever that is. I know he pays that. But his time, you don't see no pictures with him and this young man.
Ever. You
don't see no correspondence, nothing. And Jordan's publicly said, you know, he's not there, he's not present in this child's life. The little boy made a video, which is what we spoke about on your video the first time.
Yeah.
Daddy, where are ya? Like, you know, what's going on? And I don't want to, you know, there's so much people who are quick to, and we can hash it all out right here. I've come prepared. I got my notes right here.
Oh, war.
We are quick, not me, but a lot of people are quick to bash Jordan. Yeah. Yes, we know that she was living the high life. If some people, I don't call it the high life, but you know, the high life to what people would call it.
There's the celebrity lifestyle. So partying, probably taking recreational drugs, drinking, all of that mad stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, she was at one time, you know, let's be real, she was desired by a lot of these footballers and celebrity men. I mean, now she's aged a bit, and after a lot of the plastic surgery, she don't look good. You know what I mean?
Aged like mashed potato, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the plastic surgery and that as well.
Hasn't helped, yeah.
But with that being said, we know what Jordan is about, even back then, even though we was only kids at the time. But, you know, men knew what Jordan was about. I think it was Alex Ferguson, the Manchester United manager, who spoke to a few of the players about Jordan, like, yo, because, you know, things, you know, he's the kind of man who didn't want headlines outside of football. You know, he wanted it strictly about football.
Fact.
So he was trying to be a prevention mechanism, saying, yo, be careful with this girl.
Yeah.
Yorkie still decides to go there.
Thinking with his little head.
And not only lie down with this person, and when I say lie down,
Her back.
have intercourse with this person. Not only did he do that, he done it without protection. Yeah? Or even if the hat broke or whatever, the condom broke or whatever, every time you lie down and have intercourse with an individual,
Especially unprotected.
there is a possibility that that individual can get pregnant. That's a fact. That's why we have those
Contraceptions.
you know, that's why those things are in place. So
Contraceptives.
Yorkie lied down with Jordan, knowing that, you know, she's living this high life, which you explain what that consists of. Yeah, even though I don't call it the high life, but you know, you explain that. So he knew what he was getting into. You know, he got into it and he got her pregnant. So now he needs to charge this, as the Americans would say,
To the game.
to the game. Charge it to the game. Yo, she got pregnant. You know, I went in there for a bit of fun. I don't know what the situation was, whether it was his wifey or not, whether it was or not, it makes no difference to me. But now you've made a baby, be there for that baby. Emotionally and financially, you need to raise that child and make him know. Because you got to imagine, you know, that Harvey is in a world of, he's half black, but he's in this world of, you know, non-black. Because when you look at a reality show and that, she's with this man, that man, these other kids they don't look nothing like him. So if his dad made him, Yorkie made him, you have to pull him in now, bring him to Trinidad and Tobago, show him what one half of himself is, bring him around, you know, other Trinidadians, if that's the correct thing.
I believe so.
Yeah, bring him around other Trinidadians, have a little, you know, be there for him, be his dad. But that ain't happening. And people are so quick to bash Jordan, but a man knows what Jordan's about. When you make a baby there.
Yeah, she doesn't hide it.
I'm not one of them who blame the woman. She never hid. Yo, I'm a page-free girl. I'm here to have fun. She ain't gonna mind if you big footballers making, in them days, probably 50K a week. She don't mind if you empty the clip. Because all that is extra money. That's money. Because remember, a page-free girl, a lot of them, you see them and you don't see them again.
This is true.
She's made a career out of this. So I'm saying to you, I agree with the criticism that Dwight Yorke is getting. The only time a man has the excuse to not be there for his child is when, by force, not even by force, but someone is stopping that relationship. That's the only time it's okay. Outside of that, from you lay down and have a baby, you have to be that baby's father. Simple. Well, Stephen, what are you saying though?
I'm saying this. Is it not a case of too little too late though? Because this whole Harvey going into care comes off the back of him just turning 18. And you rightly said earlier that Dwight Yorke's been paying his maintenance fees, his CSA, whatever the case may be. So I'm assuming that would have stopped now, innit?
Yes,
18.
it
Stops at 18, doesn't
18,
it?
Yeah.
Defer to your expertise as a father. Stops at 18. So you gotta let's look into this, because we know that Jordan has money of her own, but was it this year, last year? I believe she ran into some financial difficulty. And I think she had to sell the pink range and all of this. And I think whispers of bankruptcy were even going around as well. Like, I think people were no longer buying what she was selling. So I don't know if that was I don't know if that consisted of her book. I don't know if she's got a clothing line, but I think she's got a perfume also. She's got a few, like, you have to take your hat off to her. Like, she's done her thing. Like, she's gone from a page free girl to, like, she's really made her name hold weight. So, like, she's made the Jordan brand financially successful for herself and her family. But him going into care, could that also be a financial crisis as well? Like, maybe she no longer has the means to keep providing the care that he needs, because I'm assuming he has a long list of things that quote unquote are wrong with him. She might be having to get specialists in, like, you know what I mean? So I know he lives at home and she provides his full-time care and everything, but she might be having to get nurses to come in to deal with this ailment, that ailment, whatever else. That all costs money, man. And I'm assuming she's been a millionaire. She's had millionaire status. It was top-notch care. It wouldn't have been your local GP from the NHS. So maybe him no longer having to pay his maintenance has cut that off now. And she's lost that. So it's really got on top of her. So she's lost the financial aid that she was getting from the quote-unquote sperm donor. and then maybe his ailment, his behavior, whatever the case may be, it's getting too much for her now. So she's like, you know what, unfortunately, I can't do this anymore. But also on the flip side, because we like to say, this is the express truth, you have to be real. There's two sides to every story. Now, I'm not defending anyone. I'm not sticking up for anyone. We know that publicly, Dwight Yorke has not been in his child's life. But you have to remember, you know, the conversations that him and Jordan may have had over the years behind the scenes, we're not privy to. So we don't know what's going on in the background. We don't know if he really hasn't wanted to see him and she stopped it, or that he's not been in contact. We don't know what's going on. All you can do is speculate. And obviously, she's done a great job. She has done a great job. But people are like, yo, she's a sick mom and all of that. From what we can see, yeah. She's done a good job. But let's be real, like, isn't that your job? We know he's not fulfilling it from the looks of it. But isn't that your job as a parent? Whether your child has special needs or not, is to provide whatever they need. Emotional, financial, everything else, like you said earlier. So, like, I don't know. So why do you feel like people are giving her the extra applause? You feel like it's only because he has special needs? Because you have to remember, she may be a single mom, but she's someone who she wasn't really struggling for money. So she may have been getting whatever change after Dwight Yorke. But once upon a time, I don't know about now, she didn't necessarily need it. So is it just due to him having these difficulties that everyone's tipping their hat to her?
First of all, any parent who's raising a child with disabilities or extreme special needs, gotta take your hat off to them. You definitely have to take your hat off to them, because it's hard enough normally. And what I mean by normally, I mean it's hard enough raising children that are fortunate enough to be in good 100% health.
Yeah.
That's a job within itself. So then, you know, a parent who has to, you know, raise a child that needs 24/7 care, that definitely deserves applause. And she has been getting a lot of applause, but it's like you said, she has been rich. Even if she's not rich no more, she has been rich. So she should have been getting help as well. But it still must be very, I want to use the correct word because I don't want no one to get offended, but it must still be, with all due respect, very draining to raise 24/7 a child who has disabilities like that. It must be very hard especially without the help of the dad. So I think she deserves the applause for bringing him this far. Okay. To 18, in my opinion. Dwight Yorke paying his CSA money. That shouldn't even be something that stops when he's 18. The reason why I say that is because in normal circumstances, when the child's 18, they now go on to become their own person, or it might take them till 21, where they're going to go get a job, get a career, whatever it is. A lot in normal circumstances, the reason why it stops at 18, 21, because when the child leaves the education system, now you don't need to support them no more. Whereas with this child, he's never going to be going to work. He's never going to be in a career. So I'm pretty sure, someone would have to confirm this, but I'm pretty sure his payments would have to continue. But not only that, how can you live comfortably knowing that you've made a child who's going to be in 24/7 care, and you know you've got money to help the situation? Because that care, you don't just give them up and go into care. They're going to have some of the best carers known that money can buy. So it's going to cost a lot of money. They're not going to be in no normal situation. Doubtful. It's going to cost a lot of money, which Dwight Yorke should be willing to pay. The two sides to every story thing. The only thing I'll say about that is, you're correct. There's two sides to every story. Dwight Yorke probably has had his fair share of negative experiences with Jordan. But yo, why aren't you speaking then? Come out and let people know that. Come out and talk to the public.
Facts.
You don't even need to go onto a platform where they're going to edit it. You've got Instagram, you've got Facebook,
Twitter.
Everything. You can come out and explain, yo, this is what's happened. Yo, yeah, I did make the child, but this is what's happened. Because what this does is, yeah, as much as people might not want to admit it, it feeds into a narrative.
Talk it, man.
It feeds into a stereotypical narrative that's out there already. That we, and when I say we, I'm talking about black men, are not good fathers. It feeds into that narrative.
Facts.
So if for nothing else, Dwight Yorke should speak. He should come out and speak. Yo, this is what's happened. Yeah, that's my son. Yeah, I love him. Yeah, I want to be involved, but this is what's happened to me. Why I can't. Or why, what slowed me down. Let the public find out what you've been going through then. You know what I mean? Because all we see is this mom who, yeah, she made bad choices when she was younger. Everybody has a past. But this mom who's raising all these children in the public eye, by the way, and you got this one who's just completely different from the others. You know what I mean? And there's no presence of Dwight Yorke. When you was warned. If I warn you, and this is no disrespect to Jordan because she was young and wild at the time, but if I say to you, yo, that girl over there, be careful, she's a bit wild still. Be careful what you're doing. And you still decide to make a baby or make a life, that's on you.
Facts.
That's on you. I don't want you. There's no abandoning the child now. Nah. You made that child. You don't have to be best friends with the mom, but you made the child.
You make it work, man.
That's the thing. Like, there's a responsibility there. As a man, you have to have that. You have to take responsibility. If you make, and I don't want to say a mistake because no man's child's a mistake. But if you say, boy, I was a bit wild, I was drunk, yeah, I was a bit, I lived a bit wild in them days. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But
don't take it out on the child.
Look after the child, man.
I understand what you're trying to say entirely, and I agree. The only way you could probably, when it comes to making a child, the only way you'd refer to anything as probably being a mistake is, I made the mistake of making so-and-so person a mother. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So you could regret the decision of making that person your baby mother or the mother of your child or whatever adjective you want to use to describe them as. That's the only time you should read it. But you should never say, I shouldn't have had this youth. Like, you knew what she was about. Page 3, party girl. Probably doing a bit of this here, a bit of that there, a bit of drinking, a bit of going to this club with this guy, linked to that guy, linked to that other guy. You knew what she was about. But you signed up for a good time, man. You get me? You got it in, but you struggle to get it out. That's your own fault, rude boy. You should practice more when you play Jenga. You're no good. And I'm sure doesn't he have other children as well?
Got other kids. For me, that's the most embarrassing part though, because how you got other kids? Like, I don't know how men do this, yeah, where a man will have like 5 kids. Yeah. And like one who's not involved with them 5. So you got 6 kids, but one's
just out of road.
You're gonna feel, don't get me wrong, a lot of men are gonna feel like, unless you're being stopped or the mom's done something where you physically can't go, you physically.
Yeah, but that's still not the child's fault, family. Like,
it's not, but you know what it is, Stephen?
Yeah, talk to me.
Patreon, I'm gonna really get into Patreon deep in these coming weeks and months. But there's a lot of women who genuinely are gonna put everything in your way to being a dad. They're gonna make sure you can't be a dad.
Every hurdle's gonna be there. That's true.
And obviously, as a man, you should be prepared. A lot of men haven't got I want to use the correct term, because there's a lot of men who, I got family members like that who haven't got the patience.
They'll just say frig it and walk away from the whole situation.
A lot of men will just walk away.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Instead of, you know, engaging into, because these things can be quite, what's the word? These things can get quite
tedious,
stressful.
Man. Yeah.
Just to say the least.
All them words.
So there's a lot of people who, you know, a lot of men who, like someone like Dwight Yorke, because I don't know no other situations, but someone like Dwight Yorke, how you happily raising these other two or whoever, how much ever else you've got, where things have probably matched up with the mom.
Yeah.
Because I doubt he's married with kids or married with this one now. So you've ran into this next woman after Jordan, because I'm guessing Harvey's his first, had other kids and been a proper father to them. Come on, man. You can't feel good.
It's embarrassing.
You can't feel good. And the thing is, it's even worse that he's disabled, because that should make you even want to step up to the plate more.
It's nailing a coffin, isn't it?
That should make you want to step up to the plate more. I remember listening to, you know, Deontay Wilder, the boxer, and he was talking about his daughter's got a condition. And my mum was like, yo, that just made me go even harder, because I knew that I had to make sure that this little girl's okay, because she's not going to get the same opportunities that my other kids are going to get. So that made him step up more. So I'm saying with Yorkie, yeah, you can be, you know, you decided to put your hand in that cookie jar. You get what I mean? You're supposed to know. This is what I say, everything that glistens ain't gold. Facts. And again, I don't want to make it like it's a Jordan back, because it ain't Jordan's fault. These black footballers see these page 3 girls as like angelic or something. Yeah. They look at them and they really get so excited. Like, you mean to tell me you're playing, it doesn't matter about looks, because I know on the live stream it was said that, you know, he don't look good. Which money talks. It's nothing to do with
money talks.
It's about matter. Yo, you got dough, you got fame. There's two things that most straight people are chasing: fame and money. Yeah, this man had both.
Pick of a bunch.
He had both. So you mean to tell me a Jordan within England? You know, this is the factory for a Jordan. This is where a Jordan, you know, is you can walk around. You can go to any city centre across the UK and see, especially as a Dwight Yorke in them days, and see if you're into, like, you know, what's the correct term? What's the correct term? I don't want to say a bunny. What's the correct term for, like, a white lady? Just a white lady.
Caucasian female.
All right, a Caucasian female. So you could see, if that's what you're into, you can go to...
Well, Coastal Karen. Everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
You can go to...
You're in the factory. No, look, from you in Europe, family, from you in Europe, you're in the factory. Yeah. You get me? He can just pull up, fam, and just wait at the end of the production line like this. Take his pick of the bunch, man. Like, looks don't matter. Fame, money. Not even, sometimes... just being able to be in a certain position. So just like, all right, you know what it is? Just to go off for a moment. Look at like Harvey Weinstein. Yeah. How much, like he was allegedly, well, not allegedly, he was been charged with dealing with and forcing to free up and all of that. And I know he had money, and he was for a director and everything, he was quite famous, but that was more so based on his position, because he could open doors and make things happen. It's like, I can make things happen, can't I? So let's get them cheeks clapping. You get me? You know the way there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it's money, fame, position. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things.
Look, it's got fame. It's got money. Mm-hmm. If that's what you're into, you can find that on anywhere. We in England, man. We in England. You're playing for Man United at a time where nothing but big dog pit bulls are there, as Westwood would say, or whoever. Yeah, it's nothing but big man driving big whips, getting big payouts every week. Yeah, that is what you're in the midst of. You mean to look? You mean to tell me that if that's what you're into, or you were into that? You know, you could have had fun elsewhere, but you wanted that. And when you lie down, your head took ya.
Facts.
Because I don't think, I'm not with this suggestion that it was just, my man was just going there after hours. I think it was his girl.
Well, they on runways and all that together.
I'm sure.
And red carpet, sorry.
Yeah, there was a man sent a thing after the show where them two was both suited and booted together. What kind of man who's just...
That ain't no after hours.
Yeah, that was his
That
girl.
ain't no after hours. That ain't no after hours.
That was his wife.
Fam, that's not no after hours. Roll her eyes back like as the price is. Blow her back out. You get me? Make her claw down your back like Catwoman. Nah, fam. That was wifey, blood. You were going around there on a Sunday for the roast beef and the Yorkshire pudding. And she was dessert, fam. That's what he was on, fam.
Yeah, he was. And then now you're not looking after your child now, yeah?
Yes, man, fam.
You're not looking after your child now, yeah? You're getting bad publicity.
The images took a battering, rude boy.
But the thing is, like, the boy's innocent. You see what I'm saying? The liquor boy's in.
No child has to be here, you know.
He's innocent, and the fact that he's disabled, you should be there anyway. But the fact that he's disabled, you should be even more so involved. Like, yo, you should be paying. You got dough? You should be saying, yo, whatever this child needs.
But you know what it is? If I try to put myself into his shoes for a moment, honestly, Mark, you know what he probably thinks?
Yeah.
He probably thinks, oh, they're saying all this stuff, whatever. Because he's back in Trinidad, ain't he?
I believe so.
So you're back in Trinidad, yeah? So you're on a different time zone and that. You're probably not even on the internet too tough like that. So you're not seeing all of these things that are going on and being said and everything. You're not up to the time on the English tabloids. So in his mind, though, he's probably like, you know what? I'm paying my pay. That's enough. Honestly, you know, because the reason I'm saying that, you would have to tell yourself something like that. You're trying to tell me you can't make an appearance in 18 years, rude boy.
Something's happened bad between them.
This is what I mean.
But this is the thing what I'm trying to get across. Like,
and even if it has, the child still remains innocent.
Facts. I agree. No. What you're saying is the child, in any situation, the child's innocent. But a lot of these moms, this is unrelated to Jordan.
Yeah.
And Yorkie.
Yeah.
But a lot of these moms are like, you know them like fairy tales where man would have to go into a castle to rescue a princess.
Like Shrek and that.
But there's a dragon.
Yeah, like Shrek and that.
But Shrek took that from other things.
Yeah. Shrek took that from the
So
the
a lot of these baby mothers are like that, where they're gonna make it hard for the man. But I'm saying, yo, this is why you shouldn't really rush to make kids. Anyway,
Bible facts.
you meant to know a person a little bit. So even in that person's hour of anger, you know
what they're like.
Yeah, you know to yourself, yo. But then at the same time, if you're a man who knows all of that and it still went like that, I can't blame you. But you're supposed to know, like this man, you were proud walking around with this woman. Mm-hmm. This is a woman who, you know, there's a lot of men and women who, when the woman's pregnant and carrying,
yeah,
yo, the bedroom's not going in until, you know, the
child is born.
Yeah, way after the child is born.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to have.
But
you're not supposed to have. Is it 3 months? You're not supposed to have sex or something?
I don't know how it works. You know, I think it's 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Sorry.
But what I'm saying is, you know, a lot, myself included, don't want to be active in that way when someone's pregnant, especially heavily, because I feel like it may, and this might sound stupid, but this is just something I've always thought.
It might damage the
It might, you know, interfere with that.
I've heard it does, but I don't know if it does if you are the biological father. But I've heard, it's probably just urban legend, but I've heard like if a woman's pregnant, especially heavily, and she has unprotected with her next brother, and he fills her full of double cream, yeah, it can affect the child negatively.
You know what it is? Even though like some people might say, even you just said, it's urban, it might be an urban legend. I think them things could be true.
Could be true. That's why I say urban legend.
But what kind of man? No, but think about it.
I don't know
Stephen.
how true it is in modern science terms.
Even if the woman of a man's dreams come about and she was pregnant, nah, not an ain't.
I don't see the appeal.
There's not a pregnant woman. There's nothing attractive about being active, especially as not being the dad of the child that's in the belly.
Yeah.
The fact that she was pregnant and let her next man
She was still sexually active. So
with strangers. Let's be real. She was,
what, heavily or?
whether she was heavily, from you knew you was pregnant. Let me just put it like that. From you knew you was pregnant, yeah, and you was active with next man. Yorkie, you would.
Family.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes for some people, the sex drive.
It's probably all them things why he walked away. Because let's be real, a lot of men can't take certain disrespect. You know.
Sometimes the sex drive coming like the first for cats. You know, it's unquenchable.
Fact, but remember, he's just come from Trinidad, where probably he was lusting over females like this.
Yeah, probably.
In the sense of, you know, these brothers grew up in Trinidad, probably looking at magazines. Yo, if I ever make it one day.
Blue eyes, jacket potato, Jenny, and all them things there, fam. Nah, these men are in that hole.
And then, so then he's got involved now. You've made a baby, and probably after, you know, in his defense,
Yeah.
the embarrassment of your child's mother, who is not even given birth yet, talking in public saying, yeah, I slept with this brother while she's pregnant with your child. That's enough to make certain man walk away.
Yeah, but like you
Facts.
keep left, that's Bible facts. But like you keep rightly saying though, family, she didn't lie about who she is. It does exactly what it says on the tin. You remember them adverts, blood?
Big facts, man.
Do you know what I mean? And he still chooses to go jump in there. You get me? Yorkie, did you use a condom? You're mad, blood. That's like jumping in the shower with your tracksuit on, fam. That's what he would have said to you, blood. Because he went in raw like the rolling papers, G.
And look now.
And look now, blood. Fill the girl full of double cream, yeah? Like it was a dessert and thing. And then you don't want to be a father, man. But you knew what she was about, man. Even if she was your missus, if you would have knew better, you would have rascal did better, fam.
Cause I'm telling you straight, you see, if I'm in that predicament, yeah,
Talk to me, man.
which I'd never be in anyway.
Facts.
See what I mean? But if I was in that predicament that like a man like him was in, you supposed this is what happens when man think with their little head.
Yeah.
Because you know, a lifetime, a moment on the hips, a lifetime on the what is the saying?
My fam, usually that's if you give me a chocolate muffin or something. That's usually food, can. A lifetime, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips.
Well, I've changed it round. A moment on the hips, a lifetime. We have to think what else. But you know, that quick. Well, it wasn't even a quick thing. It was
A moment in the palms, a lifetime at the CSA, fam. You get me?
But the thing is, this is, you know, he knew, so I don't feel no sympathy for you.
Simple, blood.
You knew. Get me? You knew what it was about. You got
Needs to link up with Ronald
You could have
McDonald.
a few. If that's what you're into, you could have been like, you know, that little Man U player Anderson who had the Platts. My man was just here, savage, just running. Because remember, he was getting about 65 grand a week.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he got a little. I think he got like a mil or so payout. Like when he signed his contract.
Signing bonus.
Yeah. He's getting that dough every week. You're at Man United at a time when Ronaldo and all them mans are there. Yeah.
You're going crazy, fam.
And he was, you know, mans have heard about him. Like he was literally, you know, killing it, like just anything that moved, like in that, because he was one of them simps as well that just loved, you know, non-black,
Coleslaw Karens, fam.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to word it in a way.
Yeah, I know you are, but I'm Racha. Coleslaw Karens, fam. Is it me?
So
yeah,
you know,
did he get anyone pregnant? No, I don't remember about him. Or was he just?
He had a few.
Was he just bagging and tagging?
He had a few headlines. Just put it like that.
Okay.
You know, he had a few headlines, but he was into a certain thing. All jokes aside, he was into a certain thing, and he had that thing in abundance. Like if I'm into something, and if I'm into something, and I can make that happen like as a famous man, like, you know, I got dough or something, and I'm into a certain style. You know, you don't have to. You could have got someone who resembled Jordan heavy, and you've got enough dough that if you wanted
Jordan, you could have a Jordan every night, every week.
But the thing is, you got enough dough that even if you find a Jordan lookalike, yo, the breasts ain't really. You got the dough to make them breasts look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was it? Kanye, he said, yo, I threw the D's on it or something like that. Like, if you got
some
dough,
D's on it.
yeah, if you got dough like that,
If you got dough, yeah, man, them real talk. If you got dough like that and you're lost in like, yo, my girl needs to have no waist, huge ass and all that. If you're rich enough, blood, and you find a female who's participating, it can be build a girl workshop, you know. You know, like you go build a bear in town. You can build a girl, you know. Yo, Doc, no man, change your eyes, man. Eye them green. Man, freckles, yes, sir. Man, big lips, so. Man, look at ears, yeah. Breast off stiff, so no, bro, yeah. Man, it waist tight, so but the big, so. You know what I'm saying, family? You can just, it's like Amazon, fam. Amazon, you can Amazon Prime a girl to your yard, you know. You got enough pay. You can do whatever, man. These men are just simply simp. Like the Simpsons, man.
when you got money, yeah, life's a bit different for these guys. So
Yeah.
I'm saying, Yorkie, you got no one to blame but yourself.
Facts.
Yeah. You know, you're looking terrible right now in the press.
Has been for years.
Like, you need to come out and talk, though. And anyone who interviews him, like, anybody who interviews Yorkie, that should be the first thing. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, if you don't go for the jugular, then it's not real. None of these little soft. So none of these like little soft podcasters and interviews are like, so how you been? Oh, what's the weather like in Trinidad and Tobago? Oh, rude boy, you're not gonna look for your picnic, man. You want to? Simple, man.
Facts.
First question, bud.
Facts.
I don't want to know how your day was, what you had for breakfast. You know, look for your youth, man.
Bible facts. But they're not, you know, they're not doing that. And that's why I think, you know, he's gotten away with this for so long.
He has, because if we're being real, fam, everyone knows what he's doing, but it's like every couple of maybe every few months, years, his name comes up for something. Do you know what I mean? Because don't worry, like, I know we're talking about this now. Unfortunately, this by next week, this is a bit old news, you know.
Facts.
It'll quieten down again, and then it'll probably come up again, couple months, a year, couple years down the line. It's one of them things that just has a repeat on the news cycle. Because if Jordan can't get him to do nothing, like, the press ain't gonna be able to get him to do anything. Because worst of all, he don't even live here.
But that, you see, to me, I don't understand where these guys come from, though. This is a big question that I want you to answer.
Okay.
Where did these guys come from? Because if I had a child out there who was disabled, and even if whether they were disabled or not, or I had a child out there that was proven to be mine, even my family are gonna want to know the child. Forget about me. Even my mom and dad, or, you know, my sisters or my cousin or my nan, they're gonna be like, "Yo, that child's one of us. That's what child's one of us. Why you not bring him around?
Facts.
What's going on? Where's York's mom, or what's going on?"
You know what? I can try and answer that to the best of my ability. And my answer to that question would probably be, as a footballer, yeah, and I'm kind of correlating back to the Ryan Giggs situation in my head. You know, when you're the breadwinner of the family, yeah, like your family's come from nothing. So I don't even necessarily mean you're poor. You're working class, yeah. You're just normal people all your lives. You become an actor. You become this. You become somehow you monetize your talent.
Yeah.
You become a millionaire. You're now the main figurehead. So you jump up in hierarchy of the family. So like, it may seem like, oh, my mom and dad are still in charge, but really it's the man with the cash, you get me? Because really, let's be real, especially if your people are like that, like the materialistic, it's usually your word is law. I am the law, like Judge Dredd would say, you know what I'm saying?
I watched that the other day as well.
Trust me. So his family is in Trinidad. He's probably put everyone on in Trinidad, fam. So no one's going to say, yo, what happened to the you? And no one's going to say that. They may be thinking that, but no one's going to say that. Because if it's based on like how other ballers can be, or other like rich people can be with their family and with their circle, with their entourage, you might just get cut off, fam. I could come in there like, yo, Yorkie, you know, I deal with you. And then I say that to him on Tuesday, Wednesday, there's another brother sitting in my seat. You've just been replaced.
Yeah, but his mom can't talk. But his mom or his dad.
Family, money changes things. Sometimes I know what you're saying, family, and you're talking of your experience and how it'd be for you. It'd be like that for myself. But some people, when it comes to money, positions change. That's why I said I'm correlating it to the gig situation, because look how my man banged his bro's wife, yeah? And the mumsy was on Giggs' side. Ryan Giggs, that is.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Because he's the cash cow. Money changes people, you know.
Most definitely.
That's why they say it's the root of all evil, but it's really not. It just, you know what it really isn't? It just reveals a person's true colours.
Right, I'll put it like this. Yeah, before we get into the last topic, put it like this. You see, if man does think that, you know, if you just believe that you just live, do whatever you want and die, if that's what you believe, you know, which a lot of people do believe, then you'll find that people that live that way are thinking that there's no consequences. And when I say consequences, I'm not talking about the law. I'm not talking about any man. You live your life believing that there's no consequences to things that you do.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna do a lot of effed up things. But like me, I couldn't do that.
Fact.
That a judgment's gonna come upon you. In some
form, yeah.
A judgment's gonna come upon you. That's gonna be something that, you know, that's gonna make that look like a drop in the ocean. But you don't impregnate women that you knew what we're about, even if you didn't know what it was about. You made the decision to lie down and make that baby. You need to be a father to that child.
Bible.
And even though it's been 18 years, you can still make up for that now.
Still feel like this time, yeah?
Yeah, man, because the child don't really know any of the better. So you really you should really just be saying to them, send him over. And just have him in the sun, have him on the beach. He's going to be living a different lifestyle anyway. You're going to have the care. You're in Trinidad, you must be like a king in Trinidad. You know what I mean? If that's where he's living now, you must be like a king. You're going to look at all the women out there who's going to, you know, they'll be queuing up to take care of your child. And I know it needs a special kind of training and stuff, but they're going to have that there as well.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So you can have your child nice, then he can at least come back and say, daddy took me there, or you know what I mean? But the fact you've just left him.
You haven't even given him an experience, man.
You've just left him.
Just bounced like he had springs.
Something's wrong, man.
And I'm pretty sure all his other siblings, their fathers are active.
Facts. Because remember Peter Andre, I think them other kids are Peter Andres.
I think she's got 5. I think she's got 5, you know.
Including Harvey.
Yeah. I think she's got Harvey. I think she's got a boy and a girl with Andre. Yeah. And I don't know if she had any with that MMA geek. No disrespect to Jordan. I can't keep up with her dating history, fam.
Yeah.
Her dating history is probably longer than my trainer ordering history, fam. Real talk.
Well, I mean, a lot of men wanted Jordan.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of men wanted Jordan.
I doubt she forced anyone to lie down with her.
This is why I always say, I don't understand these guys. I don't get it. Like,
talk to me, man. Elaborate, bro.
We're getting into it, man.
Elaborate, bro.
Like, I'm saying,
yeah.
If you're like everyone's got like a type. You know what I mean? Everyone's got like a type of woman, you know, that they're into.
Yes.
Whether you're broke or you're rich, a man will say, "Boy, that's what I like that type."
I love her short, sexy, dark skin. I love her tall.
I
love her tall redheads. I love her this. I love her. You know what I mean?
Everyone's got their preference. Yeah. So, with that being said, when you got money, you kind of get to skip that queue. When you got dough and fame, like, you know, you don't live like other men. You skip that queue. So with that being said, what I'm trying to, you know, get into is this whole Laurie Harvey thing. Laurie, I say Laurie, but I know it's Laurie.
Is it Laurie? I don't know.
The way I spell it.
It's spelled weird, yeah. It's spelled weird. Lori, it's spelled weird.
So with this Laurie Harvey, you know, she got with Michael B. Jordan.
Mad.
And it's a big thing on social media. Like, a lot of people are like, yo.
Even over here,
he's done well.
I was like, why do you care?
He's done well. She's secured the bag. He's, you know,
fam, no disrespect. She's probably got more pay than him. Because you're going to like Steve Harvey's broke, fam.
And that's her dad.
And that's her pops, fam.
Facts. Ownership.
Money stupid long, blood.
Ownership.
Exactly.
But
yes,
this is the issue for me.
Talk to me.
I'm saying, like, don't get me wrong, that Larry Harvey is a very attractive female. You know, she looks like she spends a lot of time working on herself.
No one's disputing that.
So I'm saying she's very attractive, but you know, Michael B. Jordan couldn't go somewhere that, you know, the girl. Let me word it right. Michael B. Jordan couldn't get a girl who's not been publicly linked to other men before.
Who looks like Laurie or even better.
Come on, man.
Yeah, of
she
course
ain't the best looking woman in the world.
She isn't that.
And even if you're into that type of girl, there's 10 a penny,
America,
man.
come on.
You got
America, like, obviously we speak in America. If speaking in terms of America, I've been to America. Man's been like running through the mall and that and just seen fire. I've seen fire just behind the tail. I've seen fire in like Subway and that. There's just beautiful women out there. Doesn't matter what your type is. Because you got to remember what's different from the UK. Like, you have many more nationalities. I know we have a lot of nationalities over here and like in London and stuff, but I feel like you have a lot more in America, especially because Mexico is right there. So you have the Latino population. So you know what I mean? So it's a mixed bag in America. You have a lot of everyone. So you got all different shades and types of black people. You've got white people, if you're into that. You've got all kinds of mixed people. You know what I mean?
Because it's a big pool of, you know, different.
Yeah, so you've got all kinds of. So when you say mixed over there,
can mean anything.
versus here, could be anything. Yeah. Like traditionally over here, you would say a mixed person or biracial, dual heritage, whatever you want to say. You'd usually automatically assume white and black and white.
Yeah.
But in America, like you said, it could be anything.
But what I'm saying is, you know, Michael B. Jordan, you're doing your thing in the acting world. Mm-hmm. You can't be short of no money.
Nah, doubtful.
The girls are saying, and I know this because I see it on social media.
Yeah.
The girls like, yeah.
Black women especially.
They like what you're going on. So really, that means that you're in a position that 99.9% of men ain't in. And what that position is where, you know, you got your pick of the bunch. So if I got my pick of the bunch and I got dough like that and I got fame like that, why would I decide to date someone who's linked to all these different men?
Hold
on, Steven.
Sorry.
Not only just linked to different men, scandals.
Yeah.
Like, you're linked to father. Like, look, listen.
What?
There's no girl. I'm going to tell you straight. There's no girl that I'm going to be involved with that's been uttered that you've slept with father and son.
Are you mad?
And you haven't cleared it up. You haven't come out. Like, if someone makes like, certain rumors are things that don't deserve to be answered, ridiculous rumors. Like, there's things that people just say, you don't even, like, these famous people.
Yeah.
But when someone's saying,
that's a serious allegation.
You was with father and son and there's picture of you with father and son looking like you were cozy, yeah?
That needs to be addressed, man.
You as a man, as a normal man, forget about a Michael B. Jordan, a normal man who, you know, works, cleans floors, mops floors, should be man enough to say, nah, I ain't going there. Like, so I don't get it. All these men chase the same women, and then like these girls are like, you'll hear girls saying things like, yo, I need that prayer that Larry Harvey said, or I need that prayer that Sierra said. It weren't no prayer that they said. So people think you can just pray and get what it is. You know what I mean? Like, these men clearly are, I think it's like they look up to other men. So a man might be a big P. Diddy fan and he might just be over the moon that he's laying down with something.
So you don't think that sounds zesty to me, you know? That sounds real zesty to me. So what? So basically, oh, yo, my mom's inside her. I gotta get, that's gay, man. All
right, listen.
That sounds very suspect to me, man. That's sus.
Let me put some clarification on what I'm saying.
Talk to me, man.
So let's just say you're in your area that you grew up in. Yeah. And there's a big road man who's got dough. I'm not on about, you know, the word road man, it gets muddled up. I'm talking about a road man who makes money.
Not no £10.
Not no £10 draw, brother. I'm on about road man who's making real money, bringing through real cars, real showing that he's got like
watches and that aren't rented.
Now that dude, everyone's got that dude in their area, or when you grew up, that dude who, you know, was getting money.
Yeah.
You know, the females that he's gonna be running around with, they're not normal. He's gonna have his peak of the glam. What? So if you're from a certain zone, the glam that's in that zone, he's got the pick of that glam. In most cases, not in all cases. Some girls don't want a man like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men that will look just the same way they'll look and say, yo, my man's got them jeans or my man's got them trainers. I need that. A man will see that he's with that type of like that girl and be like, yo, if I ever had the chance. Because in his head, he now knows, yo, if man like that's running around with her, that means that I'm now on a big boy level.
I think that's weirdo stuff.
It is weirdo, but that's the only explanation.
Don't you remember a few years ago it was that Karuchi fam? Remember that Chris Brown had?
Yeah.
I couldn't let go or something. I don't know. These men are weird. I think they were slightly zesty, fam. Because I in the bed like, yo, how was Chris stroking? You know, what's his favorite? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's zesty, bro. It's zesty, man. Because honestly, like you're saying, if it was me personally, I'm a millionaire. Yeah. I know what it's like to work hard, mate, because let's say I wasn't born into money, so I'm an actor, I'm a musician, whatever the case may be. I have a certain type. I'd rather go to the mall, like I said, or just go somewhere decent and meet a regular girl who's like stunning inside and out and change her life forever, fam, and the life of her family. Like, why do I need a female who's, you're already a quote-unquote celebrity yourself and you've been with everyone from A to Z? Why do I want to add myself to that list, man?
It's like what I'm saying though. I think that a lot of men see it as validation because it's like even with Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God.
And what I mean by that, like, because I don't look at them and be like, yo, they're to blame or they're like what I mean by that is like a man will, because at the minute they're saying that she might split up with Kanye West. Yeah.
But that's true. But the rumor mill surrounding that's crazy because he was trying to say, because he had a Twitter rant a few months ago.
Yeah.
He was trying to say that he was trying to divorce her from when he found out that I think it was her and Meek linked.
Yeah, but
not like linked like that, but like must have linked to talk about prison reform or something. But Kanye's always on.
Yeah, but what do you think? What I'm saying is, in a situation like that, she is not. She really has her pick of the bunch. In the sense of, even now, she's got, 4 or 5 kids, whatever, I don't know. If she really does divorce my man,
man's gonna be hounding that.
Next top rapper, top athlete is gonna wanna, like, it's something about them girls. Like, it's not about looks. I think this thing's really deep. I don't know. Like,
that's what they say, all the Kardashian curse on it.
They ain't got no curse. I don't. We spoke on it before, but they ain't got no curse.
Not curse for them per se, but they say like, not for the men are cursed because they said that Chloe's one was a drug, or whatever.
Yeah.
Them say Kanye a madman. You know what I mean? They're saying like, they usually say that the men, they say Tiger just never been hot since he's been with Kylie, even though he weren't really hot before. But they said he's never been this, you know what I mean? They tried to say there's some curse.
But you know what all the men that you mentioned had in common?
Talk to me, man.
They all went to them out their own free will.
Yeah, no one's putting a gun to no one.
Yeah, the girls didn't put them under no chance or nothing. They went there at their own free will. Now it's like, yo, for me, from you got sex tape, there's nothing going on anyway. Because one day them children, they're gonna see that. What's mom famous for? Whatever. You went there and made life, and now now you're turning around and saying, the family are like this, or you knew what they was about before you went there. But all these men. So basically, all these men, it's all recycling. They all go out with the set. You wouldn't think there's so much women out here.
Nah, you wouldn't in America. You'd think there's only about 10, I swear.
Because even at Larry Harvey, like, it's like, yo.
That's what I mean, fam. There'll be someone else soon. It's like there's a rotation. There's always a rotation of females. The Kardashians are always on the roster. And then there's some other ones. Like I said earlier, it was Karuchi Tran. A few years ago, it was her. Everyone was running down her. Now it's this Lori. There'll be someone else soon. I don't know what it is, man.
And it's not like these men are just taking the girl for the night. You know what I mean? It's full blown.
Yeah.
Man's on yacht. Man's running around. It's full blown relationships. Mad. So man are just thinking with that. Just they can see better than they can think. Because like that Larry Harvey, you come from. Man's got enough respect ratings for Steve Harvey for what he's done. And, he seems like a man who's moralistically intact, but your daughter, even though it ain't your biological daughter, but your daughter that got carrying your surname, yeah, is running around behaving like this. If that was my daughter,
Oh, it's not his biological.
no.
I didn't even know.
Married
that.
the mom, and the mom had her already. But I'd have to
okay.
sit down and say, listen, what you're doing, you're not, it's not looking too good. How
Yeah.
you're behaving, father and son, you with this man, you with that man. You don't use, just don't. You got dough? You got dough?
If you know what it was,
You're rich anyway. Steve Harvey's got real money.
Yeah, money's stupid long. But even in her case or any other one of these brothers' cases, even if she wanted to just have fun, like you know what I mean. So like,
Yeah.
even if you just genuinely like these guys, I genuinely was feeling Future or Diddy or Michael B or whoever else. I was just feeling I wanted to have fun behind closed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't go on dates and that.
Where you're getting paps, taking
Yeah,
pictures.
do your thing on the slow. Do your thing on the sly, sorry. Because you're both celebrities. Like, especially if you're both celebrities, I doubt you're really gonna leak like, oh yeah, I was beating. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, it's like these. What's wrong with these people, Steven, man? Because it's like they don't think the same way the average man thinks. Because in one breath, you're head over heels, like Future's buying you all these things. You're like wifey to him. Then the next couple of months, like you're fully in love with the next man. Like all
I don't know.
that ain't normal, man.
No, it's not. Celebrities are weird. Like
man.
another example, that Miley Cyrus, because I'm sure she was engaged. She was engaged to Ford's brother, Hemsworth's brother, Liam Hemsworth. I think they were on again, off again, on again, off again, and then I think she got engaged to someone. Like the reason I use it as an example, like these people are weird. It's just pass around, go around, pass around, go around, pass around, go around. It's like some batty and bench business. You're just following each other around because you'll be married to this one, then you're divorced, then you'll be with this one, then you'll be engaged, then you'll split up, then you'll be engaged to it's weird. Like I don't know how people fall in love so fast.
Yeah, these celebrities are living different, man. But let's see what happens, man. See what happens. I just think the same women recycled. It's like even with all these, these bodies getting done and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them might look good on pictures, but trust me that it's not. It's not.
I can only imagine how some of them, not to be too graphic, look without clothes on.
Yeah.
Some of them, the worst thing is, I guarantee that some of these who are getting these BBLs and all these other mad procedures, I guarantee they only look good in clothes. I bet when you take it off, because it's all out of proportion and that,
Yeah.
I bet they look ridiculous naked, I guarantee you.
Yeah, and it's just different. It's just different.
Even that's weird to me because I'm like, everyone looks the same. You all shaped the same.
Exactly.
You all did makeup the same, this contouring. You all look the same.
Exactly.
Like even to lightly touch back on the Kardashians, like I don't see the fashion. Like, there's a trillion females that look like I see random. You get random TikToks on your Instagram feed. Because people repost the TikToks on the reels.
Yeah.
And you get the random reels. I think it's on the top right. The amount of females, like when you see them doing them silly dances and challenge, who look like they could be Kardashians or Jenners, they all look the same.
Yeah, they all look the same. I mean, there's a certain type of body like that takes the forefront on Instagram, like these big thighed, big bottom, flat stomach. Like it's like everyone goes into the Dr. Miami and says, "Yo, I want to look like that."
Yeah, trust me.
See what I mean? But anyway, man, people, it's the Express Truth Show, making Thursdays great again. Do not forget to check out our website, www.expresstruthshow.com. You see that t-shirt Steven's wearing, the Dynamic Duo. That's available on there.
Plus many more.
Most definitely, man. People, follow us on Instagram at Express Truth Show. And that's it, man. We out of here, man.
Oh,
As you know, the things we discuss on YouTube are heavily censored. So to hear that uncensored stuff, head over to our Patreon channel. Take a look on screen right now to see the type of topics we discuss, the type of live streams, the type of behind the scenes footage. All we ask is a small amount of $1, which is the equivalent of about 75 pence per month, and you get access to all of this content plus many more. So join us right now and listen to over 100 podcasts that have not been released on any other platform other than Patreon. See you soon.